Welcome to PartialArc.com. Don't do that.
In the grim darkness of the far future, there is only war. And two idiots join the Inquisition. Dark Heresy! Welcome back to another episode of Dark Heresy. As the Imperial scribe of this vessel, I am intrigued to be documenting the many adventures of Space Marines Kevin Kevinson, Lucius Malta, Wilhelm, and their Nephilim companion, Daniel Fernandez. When you last left them, our kill team was set to the task of finding and killing the planet's most terrifying beast, the Diablodoon. Without their traditional weapons and armor, can our boys overcome the challenge? Let's find out.
All right, Daniel, I figure those settings are better than whatever Kevin was trying to accomplish.
Are you messing with Daniel?
I'm fixing Daniel.
What do you mean? I thought I set him up pretty good.
You just push buttons. That's...
Well, hold on. What did you do? Hold
A
on.
woman with long blonde hair, bright red armor, and a large two-handed sword on her back walks into the room. And she says, "So you're taking the trial then?"
Yes, I assume so.
Yeah, that was the right choice, right?
I'm Alcadre Firestalker. It's good to meet you. Well, I don't know if I've actually met you yet. What are your names?
I'm Lucius, this is Wilhelm, and that's Kevin.
Kevin Kevinson.
All right. Does he talk?
On occasion.
Clever.
When he wants.
Well, I'm really glad that the Kale convinced you to do the right. I've been trying to convince him more and more that we should let the Imperium onto the planet. It's really the only way that we're going to be safe. But, you know, old traditions die hard.
Safe?
When you say safe safe from what?
Like how your priest says the galaxy... Let's get you on the hunt. You can make a scrutiny check.
Yeah.
That's a 15.
That's a 13.
That's an 88. I cannot read her.
You believe everything she's saying?
It looks like she's not hiding anything from you, but I think maybe she feels that somebody is hiding something from her, if that makes sense. Like, you're getting, like, you know, the way that she's talking about the Kale.
She hasn't been told all the facts.
Yeah. It sounds like she truly respects the Kale and is willing to do what he says, but she's also very critical, just even in the time that she's talking with you right now, and she's actually bringing out several weapons to show you. And while this is going on, she's chatting a little bit about it. She seems to be really excited about the idea of the Imperium. She wants to learn the ways of battle on different planets. She thinks that's a super exciting idea, to meet completely new people who have different ways of killing things and to learn the different ways of killing things.
It's what gets me out of bed in the morning.
And she also thinks it's her people's destiny to go to the stars.
Well, you will be happily accepted back into the fold of the Imperium. We just need to convince the rest of your tribesmen to follow suit.
Well, for the traditional rite of the hunt, you will need to remove your armor.
Already ahead of you. Just gonna unsnap this one piece here.
Please show him the actual
And you
way.
will need to remove your weapons as well. You will have to use one of our traditional weapons. Traditionally, people, and lots of tradition, I don't even know. We haven't done this in so long. I've never done one of these before.
Excuse me, giant lady. I want you to take good care of this. This is my force sword, and I've killed a couple robots with it, so it's become real special to me. Can you hold on to it, please?
Of course,
Take care of it.
I will respect it. She grabs it. It's a little heavy for her, but she's got it. And she puts it on an empty rack and just sort of puts it there.
Hey, you know, like a special rack. Has that one been, like, ordained, maybe with oils?
It's a metal rack, like it's, you know...
I mean, but, like, did anyone pray to it? Did anyone pray to that rack?
All right, so we take Kevin over to the metal racks.
Yeah.
And
you see that there are a ton of weapons here. You actually see, you're brought into like an armory, and you actually see that they have a couple of Imperium like las rifles and stuff. It looks like maybe they were experimenting with them, trying to figure out like if they're even worth using. But the weapons that you are being given, There are several that are on the wall. You could take 2. There's a fang-tipped spear, which is it's a little long. It's got it's a spear, and it's got the fang of some sort of beast on the edge of it. There's what's called a Talon Blade, which is made out of the talon of a Diablodoon. It's about the size of a claymore. It's huge and very sharp.
Wait a second. You're telling me that that's made from the fang of the thing that we're going to hunt?
No, not the fang. This is his talon, like on his claw.
That's better.
If the Talon Blade's a little much for you, we have a smaller bone sword.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's just made of bone.
I can use big swords too, but I mean, this one looks nice.
There's a bow and a quiver of arrows. So there's several of them if you'd like to use that. And there's a very odd sword that has a blade on both ends. It's like a 2-bladed sword. And she tells you that this is known as a gyre blade. It's not quite as sharp as a Talon Blade, but you could spin it around really fast and do a lot of damage, which means if you get several degrees of success with it, you can do more damage.
So we go through a montage of us first taking Kevin's armor off in the correct pattern.
Yeah.
Set up like this dark room, just covered in candles, and very ceremoniously and unnecessarily slowly.
I will point out that every candle in this room, and it's at least 50, they all came from Wilhelm. Like, in his
I just
packs.
had them.
You just had extra candles?
We essentially erect makeshift stands for the armor, because the armor's, regarded as sacred relics, even if Kevin doesn't see it that way.
It takes like 2 hours for me to get this armor off.
And she has a tribal garb for you, which are actually just essentially loincloths, which is what you wear for the actual hunt.
Now, I turn to Wilhelm, and I notice something's odd about Wilhelm.
So this is probably the first time you've seen Wilhelm without his armor on at all.
Because you've had like your helmet on and everything the whole time we've known you.
Yeah. I choose not to take off the sacred relics of the Emperor, usually.
Are you surprised, Kevin?
Yeah, I definitely didn't expect that.
What does he look like?
So, Wilhelm is actually, you would think of him as a gruff man, but he's not really. He's bald, but it looks like he shaved himself bald. And then his face, instead of being like grizzled and tough, is kind of round and soft. It's kind of a good soft boy.
Does he have any facial hair?
No facial hair. He's like clearly very strong, but he has like a little bit of a gut like over the muscles.
I noticed as well that you are still wearing your chain.
Oh yes, absolutely. There's a quick pan back to the armor, and the devotion chain that's wrapped like all the way up the arm. Normally, it's not, and it's wrapped up my arm.
Well, I guess we can point out as well, since we're all. It's the first time we've seen any of us disrobed before.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, what does everybody look like?
So the scar on my face is just like the tip of the spear. Like I look like I got ripped apart, basically, and then put back together.
So the opposite of the soft boy.
Yes, very heavy visible scars on my back and chest, and my arm is like really mangled badly and stuff like that.
Jeez.
I notice one of you looking at the scars, and I say, "That's what happens when you face a gene stealer."
Whoa, what's a gene stealer?
It's one of the nastiest Xenos I've ever faced.
Whoa, that's pretty cool. Those are pretty interesting scars. I mean, I don't have... I mean...
Well, what? So it's not your body.
No, I was going to say, Kevin Kevinson says that.
Yeah.
Because when Kevin Kevinson was, like, a small boy, he didn't have any, like, gene stealer scars. But he looks down as he's saying this, and he has, like, a whole bunch of scars on him.
Visible burn marks.
Yeah, like burn marks, bullet holes. Oh, wow, look at those. My old classic scars, still where I left him. Man, what the hell? This is...
There seems to be like a little bit of a burn mark, as if you were burned at one point, and it almost looks like some sort of sigil of some sort that's burned onto your chest.
Oh,
It's not quite there, but it looks like maybe, I don't know.
Oh, that's interesting.
I mean, your body got out of the torture for like a millennia. And
Yep.
You see me stare at it, and you see me pick up a gyre blade and stare at it again, squint my eyes at him, and then just like go and start swinging around this crazy contraption of knives.
Well, I guess we better pick our weapons.
So I take the spear and put the bow across me and take a quiver of arrows.
Kevin Kevinson goes up and grabs the bone sword that he was looking at before. I shall call you Kevin's Bane. And I guess I'll get this
Kevin's Bane?
Yeah,
So-
you know, it's a cool name. You gotta give your sword a cool name.
Does he not understand what the word Bane means?
Kevin's Bane.
Kevin's Bane means it's the sword that will kill you.
What? Why would you say that?
Because Kevin, it means it's your Bane.
No, like, you know, the Bane of Kevin. All enemies against the sword, you know?
You could call it like Xeno Bane. You can just call it Bane. Do you want to just call your sword Bane? I just really think you shouldn't call it Kevin's Bane. These guys are bringing up a good point.
Okay,
I mean, no, I'm sorry. I'm not supposed to tell you what to do. You guys are in
I
charge.
don't know. I really liked Kevin's Bane, you know?
No,
You know,
Daniel, I'm giving you permission to tell him what to do.
That's your job.
What about Bane's Bane? No. Yeah, oh yeah, I guess just Bane.
So you turned after you discussed looking at the name, and you've seen we've already walked out the door.
Danger
No, but
Bane.
what weapons did everybody get? So you have that Gyre Blade.
I have the Gyre Blade, and I turn to Alcadre and say, of the rest of these weapons, which has the deepest history here? What has seen the most battle?
This Talon Blade was often used by our hunters. I think it has killed a Diablodune before.
Then that shall be my weapon as well.
I'm gonna take this bone sword, and Kevinson kind of looks at like Wilhelm's like cool Talon Blade. I'm also gonna get one of those big old Talon Blades. Let me just grab one of these off the rack. There we go.
So I want to get you guys ready for this. It's really important that you succeed. It'll really help, I think, our entire planet if you can succeed in
I've
this
faced
fight.
worse than whatever monster you're about to throw at us.
But you know, I think information is definitely still helpful. So
Like I said, I've been trying to get Rylus to listen to me, but the Kale, I'm his Sinsar, but like the Kale is still the Kale, and the Sinsar is only more of a ceremonial position.
Rylus, is that the Kale's first name?
Rylus Darkscourge. Excuse me. Kale Darkscourge. Yes.
Oh, okay.
His first name is Rylus.
Oh, you guys are on a first name basis. That's cool.
I respect him.
Yeah, I mean, like, also because you guys are like probably friends, you know.
Yes.
Like
yes.
I'm friends with these two, Lucius and Wilhelm. We're on a first name basis as well.
Do they have other names?
Yeah, I mean, you don't want to, Lucius. You don't want to give your last name.
This is a need-to-know basis.
All right, Wilhelm. I don't actually know if you have a last name.
I respond with nothing.
All right.
Silence intensifies. So what you're going to do is you're going to be going to the Reaving Canyons. It's going to be in the Deadlands. It's sort of a blasted wasteland to the east of the city. The Diablodune, it's got two legs. Well, how do I even describe it? It's huge. It's a murder machine.
Oh, jeez. It's okay. So it's got two legs and it's a murder machine.
Oh, this is okay. She actually points to her red armor. If you see this is what it looks. This is made of Diablodune scales.
Well, maybe you can help. I mean, clearly you're wearing scales. We've got blades made out of their talons. How did you kill it? Like head or multiple heads? Or...
Oh no, it only has one head. It's
that's
got
good.
two legs, one head. It's full of teeth.
Oh, good.
It walks on two legs, but it has two long arms and a gigantic jaw.
Okay, so like the top of its head, where things keep their brains, right? Maybe the best spot to go for.
If you can get into its mouth, it's less armored. If you can get into the mouth, that's about the only place where there's less armor.
I mean, but I feel like then we're inside its mouth,
That is an issue. Yes.
where it wants us to be, anyways. Where all the teeth is,
In a way, it's just bringing you to its weak point.
right?
I chopped my way out
Okay.
of one. Is all I'm saying. How do you think I became Sinsar?
I believe it. I'm feeling good about this plan already.
All right, so we head out.
You have to go down the winding trail, the cliff trail going downwards. There's always a good amount of people going up and going down during the day.
What kind of casual conversation do we get into on this winding trail?
Yeah,
Well-
I mean, are people equally surprised to see these humongous...
how about those sheep? Them sheep good, Dana. Thanks, Dana. Great conversation, Dana.
What are you talking? Okay.
Man, those people have got really compelling backstories, I'm sure.
So you go down. Again, people are looking at you. They're very confused. Most people have better things to do than to follow you around, though. Like they are living their busy lives.
Well, clearly Dana's got a lot of stuff going on in her life.
Yeah, Dana's got to check in on the goats or whatever I said. Sheep. I don't remember.
Yeah, they
Goat
have
sheep.
those on this planet.
They're bizarre goat sheep. They're a
Oh,
hybrid.
God. True heresy.
And you now are going eastward to the farmlands. And you go through the farmlands, and there are farmers that are definitely popping up and like looking at you. There are like caves where there are mushroom farms, and they seem to be growing some sort of fruit on several of the other farms as well. People are just running up like, what are they doing? It's a hunt. It's a hunt. It's a great hunt. There's been a great hunt. They don't do great hunts anymore. Yeah, they do. It's these guys. They're from space. No, they're not. Just like a bunch of like confusion.
The gossip on this planet is just off the wall.
There's a lot of gossip going on.
There's I wouldn't say a crowd, but there's like 12 or so people that are following you now towards the
getting our own
Deadlands,
hype
the Reaving
group going on.
Canyons. And there's a little bit of chalk until you get closer to the Deadlands, and then everybody sort of gets quiet. And you see that there are talismans that are like hung over like the trees, and then you get to where the tree line ends. It's like a canyon that you're going to be going into, the Reaving Canyons. And there are skeletons splayed out along the entrance to this place, and there are talismans placed on all the skeletons as well.
Kevinson turns around to all the people. Is there anything significant with the talismans? Like something we need to know about?
The Sinsar says they are to warn that no one is to go into
right,
this
like
place,
this
that
is
it
a bad
dangerous.
idea to go do what we're about to do. Okay, cool. All right, great. So who wants to stand out in front?
Wilhelm is
I'm already gone.
I was just going to say he's already walking into the canyon, and I'm about 10 paces behind him.
All right, well, it was very nice to meet all of you, and bye. Just turn around and follow after them.
All right. So you're now going on a terraced path, like along the edge of the canyon. It's relatively narrow, but you can fit on. It's not so narrow that a Space Marine's going to fall off of it. There's a canopy of trees that sort of covers the entire canyon, but they're actually trees that grow from the sides of the canyon, growing over. They're like making a sort of natural like roof to this canyon.
Oh, interesting.
But the actual lower part of the canyon itself is sort of they call it like the Reaving Canyons. It's blasted. It's sort of dead. There's nothing down there.
Nothing growing.
Yeah, there's nothing growing. It's more rocky than desert. And you hear there are lots of things in here. They're called the Deadlands, but you see there are things that are moving in and out of the rocks that are all over the place here.
Do they look furry, or do they look gross and bug-like?
Pretty much all of them look reptilian, is the thing.
So, what's our tactics here? I mean, should somebody get high and someone stay low? I've never fought a big monster creature
We're
like this.
just going to go find it and kill it and get this over with.
Yeah, but I mean, like, we gotta have some sort of tactics, right? Like, we're not just literally all just gonna run up to this thing and swing our swords at it, are we?
Wilhelm's going to run up to it and swing its swords at it. I'm probably going to shoot arrows and spear it, and you're going to psychic the shit out of it.
I mean, yeah, I'm gonna use my magic,
So the path opens up a little bit to actually sort of a plateau. I guess it's not a plateau. It actually dips down a little bit, and you see that there are clutches of eggs in the mounds of rocks everywhere.
Good sign.
And there are the bright, scaly shoulders and heads of what are known as Theratics, which are not Diablodunes, obviously. I guess if you were to compare them to an animal, you might call it like a pterodactyl of sorts. And they are.
Do they have wings and long beaks?
They do have wings and long beaks, but they have pretty nasty claws as well. Everything on this planet has nasty claws. And they have not noticed you necessarily. They seem to be doing their own thing, but you will have to go through this area to continue along the way. What do you do?
It is perhaps a good idea to conceal ourselves.
It's true.
We only seem to be hunting one beast, not the entire forest.
Yeah, it would be best not to try and awaken the whole planet.
But, if they come over here, I'm pretty good with animals, so, just leave it to me.
Actually, that's a fair point. You go talk to them.
Oh, really? You think that's a good idea?
It's an excellent idea.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, let me just get my bone sword, put it on my back, and...
Wilhelm, not the time.
Well, I mean, you don't think that tactic's going to work?
No.
All right. Okay. All right. Well, just let me know. Keep it in mind, just in case.
You realize that the beasts of burden that were like almost scared on the path or whatever were like these creatures with their wings chopped off.
Oh.
These are like huge like beasts of burden
so
sort of.
Kevinson definitely does know how to speak to these animals.
You do know how to... Okay, You're probably not going to be able to talk to them, but you could try to sneak across somehow, or if you have any alternative plans, just let me know.
I think we're going to try and stealth by.
So that'll take a move silently test. How are you doing this? You doing this one at a time? Y'all going together?
I'd say a good 10-15 paces between us, but all at the same time.
I think maybe we, like, skirt the outer edges, right? Like, hide behind some of these rocks. I feel like if we go right through the center, that's probably a bad idea.
So, I mean, with my knowledge of the chapter tactics and everything, I discerned the best path that has the less likelihood of...
all right. I'm going to need you to make a roll of some sort for that. I'll even give you the knowledge of the codex. Or if there's like a tactics skill that you have.
There is tactics.
Yes.
And I am trained in it.
Oh, that's what you should use then. Tactics.
That's enough. I just passed, no degrees of success.
All right. There's not really an amazing path. You do recognize one that will it seems to avoid the nests as much as possible.
Yeah, the least chance that we'll be spotted, and if we are...
Here's the thing you do realize, though. If you were to go one at a time across this sort of rocky, nesty area, it would be easier for each one of you. However, that would involve you going one at a time across. You would get a bonus to crossing if you're going one at a time.
Well, leader, what do you think?
It may be better for us to go one at a time.
Okay.
Kevin, you're going last.
Nice.
Tactically, I would think you should go last and provide some form of cover should something dive at us.
Very well. Kevin, you're going to be going second. You're going to follow Wilhelm's lead.
All right. I'll watch you do it.
See if these eggs aren't greasy. Here we go. They're greasy. Oh, they're not greasy. That's a 2.
Oh, my God.
Oh, nice.
Like the great hero of old, Batman, you just disappear into the air.
So just for Daniel...
Is it like one of those where I'm like, all right, now I'll watch you, and I turn around like, and you're just on the other side already?
So that is 4 degrees of success.
He's real lift,
So
Daniel. Real lift.
Yeah. So you make it across like that. Like they got no problem with you. They barely even notice you.
Now,
Who's next?
All right, Kevin.
Kevinson going next. Do I get a bonus because I watched him move stealthily across and try to mimic his movements?
You know what? He got so many degrees of success.
Yeah!
I will... Oh, I didn't even tell you what bonus you got when you made that, but you just rolled... Because you're actually at plus 10 for that.
Oh, okay. So 5 degrees of success.
So
Jeez.
I'm gonna give you not quite plus 20. I'm gonna give you plus 15. It's not a full degree simpler, but he's gonna give you plus 5. So plus 15 for
That's
your
good
stuff.
enough. That brings me up to a 62 for the test because I am trained in it as well. I'm trying to see if there's any psychic powers that can help me with this. I don't think so. I could inspire these birds not to attack me.
I believe that's a great plan.
No. I'm gonna.
Wilhelm will support in any way that Kevin brings about his own demise.
All right, here I go. Being all crafty
I will be
and
needing
sneaky.
to keep Kevin's bane just in case.
That's a 69. It's
Nice.
not a success.
You do have fate points if that's a thing you were to... Or if there's some... Remember, you have a demeanor that you can use as well. If you think your demeanor will come up in this situation. I don't know if it would or not. Or you could just fail.
I could be studious, and I did a lot of...
I mean, you were studying him as he was
I
crossing.
was studying him as he was crossing. Give me an extra degree of success.
No, I mean, that just means you get to reroll.
All right, let's do it. 22.
Oh, okay,
Succeed by 4 degrees of success.
You're good.
All
5
right.
degrees or nothing.
Now don't blow it.
All right, you guys are at the edge. You actually see that the path is splitting ahead, but first Lucius is going to have to get
Our
across.
fearless leader.
It succeeds because I would also have
What'd you get?
observed them.
Yeah, you get the plus 15, yeah.
So I rolled a 47, so I do actually succeed with the plus 15.
Huh, okay.
So we're across, and
You've made it
the path is splitting.
Yes, the path is splitting. So to the west, you see that the path goes up to like the top of this mountainside that you're on, and to the east looks like it's going down into like a damp tunnel.
I feel like this thing is probably in the damp tunnel. What do you think?
No, I don't think it's in the damn tunnel.
So
at all.
you have not reached the Diablo Dune nesting grounds yet. That will be at the end of the marked trail.
Oh.
So this is sort of, you're choosing which way you're going to go on the
This
trail
is
to the Diablo
part
Dune
of
nesting ground.
Part of the trial.
Yeah.
Oh, great. Where do we want to go? In the dark cave or the place with all the sun? I know what my pick is.
What is your pick?
I mean, the sun. I want to stay outside. I don't want to go in the cave, right? There's a cave, and then not a cave.
Either way seems the same for me.
Very well. We'll go above.
All right.
So as you are going up the path, you do see that there are other flying creatures that are sort of flying around and cawing. They look like more scavengers, though. They're not coming towards you just yet. They're mostly, maybe they're a little curious about what the hell you are. But
More
they're
like buzzards type of deal.
Yeah, buzzard sort of things, like lizard buzzards. There are ample handholds, but it is still relatively steep. You will need to make an ordinary climb test. That's going to be plus 10.
19.
32. That's a success for me. Yeah, what'd you get?
I rolled a 68. So I failed.
Okay. You're going to fall now unless you want to re-roll.
I'm going to... Let me see if I can argue this.
Fall.
Codex has all kinds of things about
When you are
how
falling
to
off the
climb.
Yes.
side of a...
I am very proud, and I'm also the leader of this expedition, and so I will not allow myself to be the one that falls.
Okay.
What demeanor are you invoking?
It's
I'm proud.
Proud
Oh,
is his
jeez.
demeanor, yes.
So
I can't fall?
Yeah, so I attempt to catch myself as
Okay.
I'm falling.
Sure.
And that's a 25.
Is that just enough?
That's 2 degrees of success.
Oh, 2 degrees of success, excuse me.
I like that your pride warped reality to where I do not fall.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, that's 3 degrees of success.
His pride doesn't
so-
warp reality. Your pride warps reality.
Yeah.
Yes. My pride is more just like I refuse to let myself be embarrassed type of situation.
You get to the top of this little thing, and you look down, and you realize, oh, you weren't in the Deadlands yet. What you're looking at are the Deadlands. Below you is a cavern that is not covered by vegetation or anything. The sun is beating down incredibly harshly, and the black rocks that are all over the place seem to be absorbing the heat of it. You don't see anything moving in the Deadlands because of the sort of acidic cloud that seems to be emerging out of the ground, which is why nothing lives here.
Good.
This is not great. This looks bad.
So I pull myself up and immediately start walking towards the Deadlands.
Okay. The thing is, you will now need to climb down into the Deadlands. There would be no climbing if you went through the tunnel, but you now need to climb down into the Deadlands.
But, like, it would have been way trickier, right? Like, there would have probably been some nasty stuff in there. Just saying.
Maybe you can take the tunnel out.
Everyone likes a good workout, right?
Gains. 2 degrees of success. Gains achieved.
You're just like, you stop on one of the rocks and, like, do a couple extra pull-ups.
I rolled a 41, so 1 degree of success.
Okay.
It's a 70. I'm going to gracefully fall.
Okay, cool.
No.
Wait, don't fall?
I mean, I guess you don't have an option.
I don't really.
Spend a fate point.
I can't be studious about these heights.
I mean, you already used your demeanor. You can't use
Yeah,
it
it's
again.
true.
As the Codex states, falling is the most dangerous thing to
Oh,
a
that's
space
true. They
marine.
do say that. If you're ever in a situation where you are falling, literally don't do that.
So here's the thing. You're not going to make a straight, pure fall is deadly. You're going to do more of a rolling, bouncing
a nice
down.
cartoonish bounce off the side of this wall.
Here's my question. I went down first. Can I attempt to catch him?
I mean,
yeah, can he catch me?
did you go? I guess did you go down first?
Yeah,
Okay.
because we peeked over the edge and I said I immediately start moving down into the Deadlands.
I make no attempt to catch him.
Obviously.
Okay, you could try to catch him. That's going to be a minus 20. It's just going to be actually a climb. You have to use your skill in climbing to catch him.
Okay. Here we go.
Well, you know, of course, according to the Codex, that this is the most dangerous thing that can befall a
Just
space
be
marine.
aware that by trying to catch him, you are now endangering yourself.
Yeah, I understand.
Okay,
But
okay.
I need all members of my team to kill this giant lizard monster thing. so-
Okay.
That is a 16.
Okay. You grab him just as he's starting to fall, is what happened.
Okay,
Like, you-
so he
yeah.
loses his footing.
Oh, I don't fall graciously into his arms.
No,
Well,
that's
my
not...
arms are holding onto the side of the cliff, so how could that happen?
That's true.
Yeah.
So I see him slipping.
Yes,
and I
and you're-
essentially grab him.
You're able to
before he
grab
slips.
him. That's fine. You made your minus 20 roll, so that's good. Kevin, you're going to need to make another check, though, to actually make it down.
Don't worry, I was just messing around. I got it this time. 56. I think that's still a fail. Hold on. I have a...
At least it's not greasy.
I have a plus 10, right?
Why?
Didn't I? Didn't we have a
We
plus
had one
10
on
for
the other
something?
side when we weren't in an acid cloud.
Oh, right.
You're going to take a little bit of damage as you roll down the side of this.
Well, I mean, I tried.
No, you did all that you could.
If he dies at this
Tactically,
point,
this might be better for the team.
You actually are going to take just straight 4 wounds.
Oh, I don't absorb or any for toughness or anything. I just take 4 wounds.
Yeah, you just take 4 wounds.
Jeez.
That's why falling
Falling
damage
is
is the worst.
Yeah.
I'm currently at 19 wounds. My back hurts a lot.
You see Wilhelm's face that's normally pretty stoic just irk up a tiny bit into a smirk.
All right. So you all guys get to the bottom of the hill that you were climbing on, and now you're in the Deadlands. You are going to need to breathe the harsh acidic air. Your body could deal with this stuff pretty well.
You had advantage against
So
burritos.
it is a difficult toughness test. So it is a -10, but you get to use your kidneys and your multi-lung to resist it.
Yeah, so we have a plus 30, and we may re-roll it.
I'd like to use my kidneys on
So
this roll.
plus 20, and
Yeah.
we can re-roll it. And it's a toughness test.
Yeah.
All right. That is not enough, so I'm going to re-roll it.
Oh, yeah. What'd you say it was a plus 20?
Yeah, it's an overall plus 20 because it's plus 30 and then it's -10. So
Oh, then I got a
plus-
4.
Okay.
I'm good.
I re-rolled, and I still failed. I rolled a 67 twice.
All right. Unfortunately,
I mean, fate could still guide you through, brother.
Unfortunately, you are going to take a level of fatigue due to the toxic atmosphere, which means that until that fatigue is healed, you're at -10 to pretty much everything you do.
Okay.
Oh, man.
They're called the Deadlands. Some people just literally die when they come in here. I need you guys to make awareness tests, ordinary awareness tests, so that's plus 10.
Oh, wow.
1 degree of success.
Also 1 degree of success, because I rolled my exact
I
attribute.
failed.
You're a really good investigator.
Yeah.
You find tracks. Well, 2 of you find tracks.
Guys, I think I found some gas stuff over here. Like, maybe this thing emanates gas?
So
Quiet. There's tracks over here.
We found tracks. And, like, to call them tracks, they're like indentations in the ground, right? Like,
Yes.
They're huge.
Yeah, they're giant, like a T-Rex foot.
Gotcha.
What's a T-Rex foot?
Don't worry about it. So the issue is now to interpret these tracks, you will need to make a routine tracking test.
That is... It's routine, right?
Yes. So
5
that-
degrees of success. I rolled 17.
I got a 98. My brain jams.
Your brain can't jam. We took out of the weapon. I think your brain qualifies as a weapon.
It does. I peril. We're all demons now.
I rolled an 8. So
Okay, so both of you guys are really good with these tracks, except for Kevin over here is just hanging.
I'm
out.
like on the ground.
So you did have
smelling it.
that. You did have both of those at -10 actually, but you still
I
succeeded.
still rolled an 8.
Yeah,
though,
yeah.
so-
You find that they are leading towards the Diablodoon's lair, which is a cave that is built into is in the side of the canyon. There's a terrible stench that's emanating from the cave, but it's a little dark in there because of the way the sun is. Like, it's not shining in here, and you can't necessarily see anything. You would have to sort of go into the cave if you would like to. But from interpreting the tracks, the Diablodoon is currently in its cave.
I just want to call out that I said earlier that it might have been in a cave, and like it wasn't that cave, but like, come on, right? I mean, like it's it's in a cave. I just wanted to clarify.
Silence continues.
So this is the choice whether you want to rush in, do you want to set an ambush,
I
do you
was
want to
gonna
like lure it
say-
out? Like, I don't know what you want to do.
So, can I look above the rock facing and see if there's any way to kind of like with how the rocks are above this cave?
Crash
Is there a way
rocks
to
on them.
climb above, but also be able to loosen some of the rocks?
I don't know if you should do the climbing, but yes, if you were to climb up there, you might be able to do something like that.
I have a plan. The plan is, Wilhelm, you get up above the cave and knock rocks on it, and then jump on top of it and stab it in its brain.
Why would I knock rocks on it before just stabbing it?
Because then the rocks will disorient it, and then while it's disoriented, then you stab it in the brain.
That
you know.
made an odd amount of sense. I agree with that plan. You should go above, attack it from behind. We will lure it out into
I
the
only
open.
attack from behind out of protest.
I understand, but sort of like every part, I will convince you in this way, Wilhelm. every part of this creature is a weapon. Therefore, there
As am
technically is no
I am the
attacking.
Emperor's weapon.
But think, like, I mean,
Yes.
WWED, what would the Emperor do, you know? Like, he probably, he's... he,
For a second, I thought you were talking about worldwide
We're
wrestling.
sitting here. I also went that route.
you know, the Emperor, he was a big fan
I've been told that you can't see the Emperor.
of taking the top
So
rope.
we got to
and just-
set up some turnbuckles
Do 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 do
and arena this motherfucker.
do 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 do.
All right, so we'll set up an ambush outside, lure it into the open. You push rocks on it from above, and then leap onto its back.
I begin climbing. I climb.
Okay, it's a challenge. It's a challenging climb. So it's a routine climb.
I got 30
Yeah.
out of 53.
Okay, so you're good.
Whatever you want to add
He
to that,
climbs
you
in
can.
protest.
Yeah.
Sighing the whole time.
Cool. You'll be able to kick rocks on this thing pretty easily and then jump on it. That'll count as a charge attack. Jumping
Yes.
down on it.
All right, is everybody ready for this?
Kevin, you stand further back and get ready to throw flames and whatever.
Kevin,
other
you should
abilities have.
stand directly in the mouth of the cave.
Oh, okay.
And
Wait,
shout,
hold on.
Diablo Dune, come forth.
Well, here's the thing. I mean, you've got the bow and arrow and the accuracy. You've got the rocks and the stabby stuff. I feel like, you know, I don't know if you guys feel this way, but, like, if I really try, I could probably make quite a bit of noise and really get under this thing's skin. I don't know how you guys feel about that.
My hope was him standing there talking would be enough to bring out the Diablo Dune.
I'm not going to say it attacks him just because he's talking right now. He has to choose to go up there. He hasn't
right.
specifically chosen that yet.
You can go and lure the Diablo Dune out, but make sure that you start to run when it comes. So you
Oh,
can-
yeah, I'm definitely going to run from it. I mean, you know, with the rocks and the stabbing in the head and stuff.
Okay.
Are you going to take, like, a side emplacement?
I'm stood behind one of the black rocks with the
Yeah.
bow ready.
Okay.
Essentially, some
Your bow is
arrows
ready?
Locked. I also have the spear on the ground next to me, so
All
if
right.
I need to, I can drop the bow, grab the spear, and immediately
Okay.
go.
So the spear is not considered primitive. Is that correct?
The spear
is
is
not.
not primitive. no.
Okay, cool. Weapons that are-
Probably not important at all.
Just so you're aware, weapons that are count as primitive, which some of your weapons do and some of them do not, depending on how sharp they are, mean that any armor that this thing has will be doubled if you hit it with a primitive weapon.
But, like, it's not going to have any armor, right? Like, not a lot?
No, it's covered in those scales, and that woman was wearing armor made out of one.
Ah. Right.
Make noise, Kevin.
So Kevinson goes to the mouth of this cave and stands ready, kind of staring down. All right, great Diablo Dune, prepare to be tricked. And Kevinson flicks his hand out and smites into the cave, cracking lightning down into it. So
All right.
I gotta cast me some lightning.
That's cool.
Definitely at the safest possible level of a psychic
Well,
power.
remember how your psychic powers work? They're just slightly different in this set.
Right. Well, it's
Yeah.
I'm doing it at. I remember there's
It's
the
fettered.
unfettered, and push.
Push. Yeah, so you're doing
He's
it
definitely
fettered.
going to do it at fettered.
Okay.
Safest level.
Okay.
And smite 79. So I'm not attacking anything. I'm just. I guess I don't make it happen.
Yeah, you just try to manifest your psychic power and you just
It doesn't.
don't.
Hold on. I'm having a little bit of a headache. Let me try that again.
So your yelling is greeted by another yell. A roar that's as loud as a Valkyrie engine. And emerging out of this cave is a massive creature. It is, again, similar to, like, I don't know, a Tyrannosaurus Rex on old Earth, but instead of little tiny shitty arms, it's got huge arms with big claws
This thing
on the
figured
end
it
of
out.
Yeah,
It was like, oh no. That's why it's still around. It's got those big ass arms.
exactly. And
I think I got its attention. And Kevinson turns and just starts running.
I need
out of the mouth
everybody
of
to
the
roll
cave.
initiative.
I got a 6.
Also a 6.
I got a 10.
Unfortunately, the Diablo Dune got an 11.
No.
So what's your agility
My
stat?
agility stat is 44.
So you will go before me. So I'm actually going last.
Okay. You move to run away from it, but it is too fast.
No.
However, you were ready to kick down the rock, so as soon as it emerges, I'll let you do that. And jump down.
Boulders go.
All right.
What is that? A strength?
No, it just happens.
Okay.
The boulders hit him.
You probably positioned your sword into the rocks, loosened them a bit.
All right.
Why would I tarnish my sword in that way?
I have no
I have
idea.
the strength of the Emperor.
All right. It hits it on the head, and it is messed up. Your actual jump down to attack will be on your initiative, but the rocks have hit it. However, it's going to continue to run towards you, Kevin.
Oh, good.
It is going to try to get you with its massive jaws.
Kevin immediately dies. It's just
Maybe. I don't have any armor.
Okay, it succeeded by its weapon skill is 45. It got a 44, so you are...
I'm going to try to dodge.
That seems like a good decision. Oh, also, you cannot parry its jaws, for the record.
Don't worry, I'm just using dodge, not parry.
It's a great idea. I don't have dodge.
That's a 13. Definitely dodge.
All right, its maw just goes down, tries to swallow you up, and you dive out of the way at the last moment.
It was disoriented by the rocks.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
You're welcome.
All right, now that you've dove out of the way, now you can do something.
I'm going to do some smite. That thing I definitely intended to fail before. Here we go.
Yeah, just so you're aware, it has a natural strength 3.
Failed that smite.
Don't worry, guys. I don't need weapons. I've got my mind as my weapon.
Hey, Dale, come on. I'm warming up over here. I'm just getting my mind in psychic
I like it
mode.
when a tiny baby makes fun of you.
So I'm going to use my other half action to run.
Okay, just move.
To continue to move. But as I move,
Yeah.
Kevinson is going to circle back around so that he is still at least pulling it closer towards the mouth of the cave underneath where Wilhelm is.
Oh, you're to loop around to make it so Wilhelm can get the drop
so
on
that
it.
I'm not pulling this thing away from the drop for
Just
Wilhelm.
running aimlessly
Yeah.
out into the Deathlands.
All right, well, let's see if Wilhelm gets that drop.
So, I'm imagining, right? This is a Talon Blade, right? It's a big old sword, but it's made out of a talon, right?
Yes.
So it must have some sort of hook or claw shape to it. Curve.
Sure.
So what I want to do is I want to jump on it and hook onto its back with the claw, and then start climbing it.
All right. It's going to count as a charge attack, so you have plus 20 to your weapon skill.
That is a success with many, many degrees.
All right.
He was born for
What
this.
is the awesome thing you just yell as you
okay.
jump off?
And
of
also,
the...
because of your jumping down in it like this, it wasn't quite expecting you, so it will not dodge.
When I jump down
I mean, for the Emperor.
for the Emperor is pretty good.
Daniel, play "Immigrant" by Led Zeppelin.
Oh, God. He probably doesn't come from the land of ice and snow. Isn't that the Space Wolves?
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, that's true.
That'd be more for Lucius.
Yeah.
Okay, so that is a 7 plus 10. So 17 damage. Pen, nothing but not primitive.
Okay.
Daniel, does it look like this thing's affected at all by that attack?
Yeah, a little bit. But it's still really big.
Well, I'm first going to shoot an arrow at it,
Okay.
but not with a 94. The arrow goes wild.
You are used to firing a heavy bolter,
That's true.
not a bow and arrow.
Yeah,
I
the
see
Codex
that-
didn't train you with a bow and arrow.
I see that this bow is a piece of shit, and I immediately drop it and grab the spear and charge towards the thing.
Okay, cool. Well, now it's the creature's turn, and it's going to try to reach around and get Wilhelm off its back with its claw.
That's right. This thing evolved to have longer arms for this exact reason.
Exactly.
I'm trying to shadow Colossus in
And
here.
hugging people.
It misses you. It's trying to get on its back, but its arms, it's not used to this. Now, what do you do, Kevin?
Well, the only thing I can and have been trying to do is cast Smite.
If you smite me, I will smite you back.
Oh, wait. I think this might actually hit things nearby. Any creatures within 1 meter times my psi rating of the target will also be affected by Smite.
Oh, okay, cool. Well, it's a really
It's
big
really, I was
creature.
going to say, is it really big enough that it would be 3 meters?
Its size is massive.
So 3 meters? Would that, like, if I hit its head and he's on the back?
Maybe if you hit its leg.
Going for its legs! That's the weakest
I used to
part.
be a Diablo dude until I took a smite to the knee.
Alright, here we go. God, 79! What is going on here?
You need some new dice.
I need some new psychic talents.
You need to just push.
No.
I mean,
That would not help in this situation.
You're taking the safe route, and the game is punishing you
That's
for it.
why. Guess next time I gotta go for it all.
All right. What do you want to do, Wilhelm?
I'm going to continue climbing up it with my curved sword. I'm imagining that's still an attack-ish?
Yeah, you're going to make an attack.
Basically, you're just digging it in every time
You've
you
made
do.
so many successful climb checks by so many degrees of success that I'm just going to say that you're good to go.
Cool.
All those degrees of success are carrying over to this. Where are you trying to get?
I'm trying to get onto its head.
Okay.
Because I got to go for the mouth, right?
Yes.
Eyes are also a good choice.
Brain through the top, into the brain.
Okay, make another attack. If you miss, we'll have to figure out what to
I'll have
do.
to see if I fall off. Can I aim a climb up it?
You cannot. That's a little much. Your full action is just sort of hanging on and hitting it.
That is a 15.
Okay, that's good.
Jeez.
He's born to do this.
He's
so.
a Black Templar.
Yeah.
Like,
Just make sure there's no oil.
Yeah, there's oil. I'm fine.
and its blood is oil.
So that's a 6 plus 10 is 16.
16, huh? Okay.
So I immediately charge the thing and try to stab it like around the kneecap region.
Okay. Well, I mean, its kneecap is pretty... Well, your spear, you could
It's a spear.
stab
I've got
upwards.
reach.
Yeah.
It's a reach weapon.
He's also a space marine.
Yeah, I mean, I can like jump like 80 feet in the air.
What?
I believe that's canon.
All right, well, let's do this thing. Oh, it's not good. 69, I miss.
So, that's no good. Now, it's going to try to reach down. It's feeling weird about getting the thing on its back, but this thing that just tried to stab it, it's just going to reach down with his claws, and each one of his talons is the size of a power sword. And he's just going to try to rip you apart.
Well, basically, you're being attacked by a bunch of Talon Blades. now.
Yes. A hand. You could say a handful.
Like
of
a
Talon Blades.
troop of soldiers.
Okay, so he rolled a 6, so you're going to probably want to try to dodge that.
I'm dodging. Yeah. Does the minus 10 from fatigue also apply to my dodge?
Yes.
Okay. That is a 28, which means I succeed.
Okay. It has not hit any of you yet.
I managed to, I guess, when it swipes.
Admittedly, none of you have hit it except for Wilhelm.
I mean, I would say that it missed me because, like, right when it went down to swipe me was right when Wilhelm dug the blade into its shoulder. So
Okay.
it's just like,
I don't know. Right now, I'm just imagining like what this looks like from far away. For some of us, it looks pretty strategic, but then there's the third of us, me, just running around like Professor X style, touching my temple. Just
you're literally like waving your hand like Scarlet Witch, but nothing is there.
Nothing's happening.
You're
Just
like,
waving my hands.
Yeah.
I was thinking more Dr. Orpheus.
I mean, either way,
I mean, I get-
nothing's happening.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Kevin.
Well, let's see if something happens this time.
I don't fail.
Oh yeah, fourth time's the charm.
These are the demons in your head saying that.
It's from the brand.
Push power.
Oh, no.
What?
Push it real good. It's a song.
Oh, the demons have beats now. Yeah, let's push.
Okay, cool.
Here we go. 81. So I'm going to use a fate point.
Okay, cool.
20!
Okay, you definitely manifest your power.
But I don't doubles, so...
You don't doubles.
But I do phenomenon.
So you could do your damage first.
All right, so this is 1d10 times my psi rating in
Yes.
energy damage. So
Cool.
that's times 6.
Yes.
That's a 5, so 30 with a pen 6.
That does a hell of a lot of damage to it.
Oh, yeah.
It's about fucking time.
I was waiting. I was just waiting for the big shot.
Yeah, this was you prepping the whole time, just practicing.
And
the
now I
motion?
mind swap with the Tyrannosaurus.
Oh my god, that would be the best.
Or you just summon a swarm of demons around the Tyrannosaurus.
Or what you said
Or
earlier,
bees.
literally
Or
bees
bees.
just manifest.
Guys, I'm your new teammate, a giant T-Rex.
Instead of you talking, you open your mouth and bees just come out.
Oh, God. Finish it off, bees.
Deadly ninja bees.
Just roll a check for me. See what happens.
What kind of check?
Just roll 2 dice. Just roll. See what the phenomenon is.
Wonderful.
Go get D4s.
Okay, good. I feel like that's good because it's lower. It's a 19.
Oh, you're fine. That's nothing. That's almost too boring.
Roll again. No, demons.
Memory worm.
Oh, no.
All people within line of sight of the psyker forget something trivial. You just all forgot something.
Did I leave
I
the
forget Kevin
stove on?
Kevinson's name.
Did I leave the stove on?
I don't know if that counts as trivial.
No, it
Wilhelm believes it's trivial.
it definitely counts as trivial for Wilhelm. So you just forgot my name. I definitely forgot how to take off my armor properly and put it back on.
What did you forget?
I'll think about
How
it.
to fire a bow and arrow.
No, I forgot that I fired the bow and arrow.
You just literally forgot
You
about
forgot that was ineffective.
Yeah, I'm confused as to why I only have one weapon when we should have two.
Okay. Well, Wilhelm, you're on its back. If you get it this time, you're going to get up to its head now.
Okay.
Yeah.
I continue climbing the beast.
20, that's good.
Damage ahoy! 15 damage.
You continue to climb, but you do not actually do any damage to it.
Oh no. That was the threshold of damage and not damage? Have we been doing 1 and 2 damage to this thing?
Armor plus toughness is not great.
Jeez.
It is
Especially
a
if it has
giant monster.
Looks like I'm going to have to
Unnatural
make everybody forget more stuff.
But you are now next time you try to do something, you are at the range where you could try to pull some shenanigans, go for an eye, or get into its mouth or something.
All right, well, I'm going to try and stab it again.
That makes sense.
I am still going for the legs. I want to try and cripple the thing.
Okay, cool.
That's a 50. Yeah, I failed.
It doesn't get it has not been dodging because it can't dodge the thing on its back. It can't dodge the psychic power, and everybody else misses.
Everybody else by one person, you mean?
Nice.
Well, also, in a way, his psychic powers keep missing, too. Only once did it ever
That's
actually
true.
work.
The most effective and ineffective combat.
All right, well, back to the monster's turn.
All right, the monster. It now is going to try and claw at the psychic that
What?
just blasted it.
No, what? No.
The thing that did the most damage to it.
Oh, man.
Now that the rocks aren't the thing that did the most damage to it.
It's real sad when you think about it.
Okay, I rolled a 6. So you're going to want to try to dodge.
Dodge time. Oop. I don't think I'm dodging.
I mean, it could be the fate of...
No, I think I'm going to have to take this.
Okay, good thing you have a medic. Sort of. 18 rending damage, pen 3.
Gee.
It's also toxic because of all of the destroyed matter all over it.
Oh, it's got septic claws?
Yeah, it's got septic
Luckily,
claws.
I've got 8 toughness as a Space Marine.
Yeah.
So that means I'm taking 10.
Hits you in the body, by the way.
10 damage to the body. Oh, man. I'm down to 9.
Make a
boom
toughness check.
Oh, man, I passed. 15.
Okay, you do not take any toxic damage from its septic claws.
But I just took 10 straight damage.
Oh, yeah, no, it's not good what just happened.
Oh, God.
And now you can go.
Oh. I'm going to give it the full brunt again. I'm pushing again.
Okay.
Smite time. Oh, I think that's just exact. Yes. 55, and I needed a 59.
Okay, good.
That's
All right.
a match.
You rolled a 55? So you take a level of fatigue because of you were pushing.
Damn it. Well, I'm going to
Sorry,
take some
buddy.
fatigue.
You're pushing so hard that your mind is starting to
I want to point out that it was a psychic power, and the person that called the ruling was the guy who hates psychers. So
He knows all about it. He knows.
works out perfectly.
He was like, oh, yeah, he definitely took some fatigue from that one.
just your body itself is starting to like too much of your soul is going
I am
into
pushing
this.
2 times in a
Yeah.
row.
But you can do your damage.
Can fate points re-roll dice?
No, they cannot. I mean, yes, they can on attack rolls and stuff.
6 damage.
Only 6
I rolled a 1. God.
Cool. Okay, let's see what happens with your your phenomenon.
A 10.
Okay.
Yes!
The psyker suffers 1 insanity point.
Aw.
So you suffer 1 fatigue point
And 1 insanity point and do no damage to this thing.
Yeah.
Damn it!
Your inherent phobias, suspicions, and hatred surge to the surface of your mind in a wave of negative emotions.
Ah! This thing's terrifying!
My emotions.
Wilhelm, it's you.
All right. Well, so we've established I have a sort of hooked blade, right?
Yes?
What I want to do is hook it in its cheek and pull back and rip its face open.
He's trying to fishhook the giant monster.
You want to fish hook him?
Yes.
All right, that's going to be more. I think going to be a more difficult hit.
Okay.
Okay.
Called shot or something, essentially.
Oh, yeah. Called shot is a perfect way to do that.
That is a 13.
Jeez.
So
He
called
is
shot is
not-
minus 20, but
He
Yeah,
has not- I
my
don't think-
weapon skill is 57.
I don't think
Okay.
you've rolled below or above a 30.
I feel like you failed all of your rolls when we were on the spaceship, and now
Yeah,
all
I
you...
fell over and greased like
Apparently
15 times. So
apparently
in
that
case you
armor
forgot
was
that.
holding you back. You're in like your
Yes.
natural element
you just
now.
needed the chain, man.
So that is 12 damage to its face hole.
All right.
Nice.
That's going to ignore all of its armor and most of its toughness.
Well, I mean, I'm going to keep trying to stab it. Maybe I'll do something eventually.
Your greatest trial.
Did you aim your stab?
I'm aiming,
Okay, good.
but I'm also tired because I breathed like toxic smoke.
So it kind of just nets out.
It nets out.
Well,
but-
so a standard attack is plus 10, which is netted out by the minus 10 for the fatigue.
Ah,
so
right.
the aim gives you another plus 10. So you're...
I mean, I've been aiming. I've not rolled below
Okay.
like a 70. The trend continues.
Oh
A
my
58.
God. That knee is just real tricky.
I
Just
mean, it's
all
like,
over the place.
He's surprisingly lithe, and I just keep missing.
I like to think that like you're not even
Lucius,
anywhere
you should
near.
try aiming.
Like that poison has gotten into your eyes at this point. You're stabbing at a rock, like just not even at the creature.
I'm out of my element. I shoot stuff. I don't stab.
You could try to make a cold shot with your bow at its eye, maybe, but...
The bow's already gone. I forgot the bow. I had the bow.
Oh, yeah, you forgot the bow. We already
that was the thing that he forgot.
It's now going to try to reach its claw up and attack Wilhelm.
The thing that just fish hooked it?
Yeah. It rolled exactly its weapon skill.
Oh
so,
jeez.
so you're going to want to try to dodge.
Because it's its claw, not its bite?
You know what? You can parry its claw. You cannot parry the bite.
That was why I was climbing its back, because I was afraid. I mean, I know no fear. I'm a Templar, but, tactics are good. That is an 18?
My goodness.
So it tries to bring its claw back on
Yeah.
me, and I roll underneath the hooked part of the sword, and it bounces off.
Nice.
I feel like he's done this before.
I feel like we could take a break.
Like, we
come
should
back.
just sit and just, like, catch our breath.
What do you do, Kevin?
Well, I'm
Wilhelm,
gonna.
you got this.
We're out.
Instead of pushing this time, because I feel like I'm really just rolling the dice, literally, on getting a really bad phenomenon. So instead, I'm going to do unfettered, which means it's just 3 psi rating instead of 6, but I only get phenomenon on doubles. Here we go. Damn it, that's exactly a 60. I also have a minus 10, so I
Yeah,
failed
you have the fatigue.
by a good amount. Yeah, so it's a fail.
Anyway, Wilhelm, how you doing?
Wilhelm's doing great, and continuing plan rip open face.
Okay, go for it.
It's working really well.
He's going to have Joker smile.
Terrifying.
Only on one side.
Only on one side. Joker smirk.
Yeah, just a real sarcastic dinosaur.
That is a 23.
You gotta be kidding me.
Here are the dice.
No, it'd be a weird thing to lie about.
Every one of these sides of these dice have a 2 on
Every
them.
one of these sides of the... No, because then you could never do damage.
They're the Emperor's dice.
So I rolled a 9, so that's plus strength mod, so that is 19.
There we go.
Okay. This thing is extremely wounded now.
And this is Lucius's time to
This is your moment.
do something and actually
And on my
finish it
turn,
off.
I yell at Lucius, "Why don't you use your bow, you idiot? It's over there."
Bow? I didn't bring a bow.
You did. You brought a bow. Like you
Shut
were
up,
talking
what's your
about
name? I just got that. I'm an idiot.
That's a fucking 22. I finally
You
hit.
just needed motivation.
Apparently, what I needed to do was forget that I had the bow the whole time, and I would
The
have
bow is holding you back.
I just needed to get my true calling, which is melee combat.
It's
Yeah,
always
you're
been holding
so
you
good
back.
at melee combat.
Surprisingly strong.
This is gonna deal like no damage.
It is 17 damage with pen 2.
Pen 2, huh?
Pen 2.
Good for you.
Oh man, if that had
for
just
you.
killed it, that would have been
That
amazing.
would have been so good.
No, you did. You're doing good,
I did
buddy.
probably like 2 points of damage.
No, you did one more than that.
3? Yeah, okay.
I mean, sometimes you do 30 pen 6 in a single turn and then blow your brain
Wait,
up.
you do know that weapon's not primitive, right?
Yeah, no, I know.
He's also hitting it in the face, and I'm trying to poke its main body.
Yeah, as soon as he makes a bad roll, Wilhelm's entire life is going to come crashing down. But
Rather literally.
Well, it's back to Monster's turn, so who's he attacking?
The thing that's in its mouth. Like, he's still going after Wilhelm.
Oh. He doesn't like the hook in the mouth?
Yeah. That's the greatest threat that is in him right now.
Not the little mosquito bite on its knee?
Ow, what was that on my knee?
Okay. He hits you? Well, you can try to parry.
Going to try to parry.
I mean, try at this point.
And use the faith of the Emperor to guide me if I have to. That is a 51, so that's parry.
Really?
57.
Jeez.
He just can't fail.
Space Marine.
It's no oil. You needed oil covering its body.
I guess, Kevin, what do you want to...
I'm going to continue to do Unfettered. And probably get the psychic power off. Probably. I'm not going to push it. No more push. Stop it, things in my head. No, I'm not doing it. It's all right. I'm gonna do this the old-fashioned way, like Tomoe used to say.
Was she big on old-fashioned this? I thought she was relatively radical.
No, and I failed again. 78.
Okay, you didn't double.
Man, I am the opposite of Wilhelm right now. Maybe I should bring out the bone sword.
You are effective when you pushed.
Didn't help that last time.
Wilhelm.
You guys just see me talking to myself.
Continue plan horrible face mutilation.
Go for the
All
brain.
right. If you succeed this time, you're going to need to get a different plan because you're just going to rip this part of its mouth out.
Or it'll be dead. That is a 16, so that's a success.
Jesus.
Okay, roll your damage.
I did just roll a 1 on damage, so it goes both ways.
Okay.
So that's an 11.
Good for you.
Is there, like, blank spots in its undercarriage? Like, is there a groin section that I
go
can
for its
stab?
rectum.
So-
Go for it.
Like I said, its
gotta come
mouth
out-
is open, and it opens its mouth occasionally, and that's where weakness is.
Hold on a second. I don't know much about most animals, but I know they got an innie and they got an outie. Things go on one end, it's got to come out on another side.
No, it's got a plated butthole.
It's got a plated butthole.
It spits out owl pellet-like things.
Just a giant rock
Yeah.
drops out the back.
So how high is its mouth off the ground? Because I have a weapon with reach.
It's too high for you to get there with reach. If you want to, like, climb up the wall and then jump on it, you could do that. But
It's a pretty fun plan.
I don't know what the codex says about that. but, like,
Can I attempt to climb its leg?
Remember when we said you had a bow and arrow? And it has eyes? Maybe do that. Just a thought.
So I look around, and I see an arrow on the ground. They're like, they did mention an arrow and a bow. And I look back, and it's like literally like 3 feet behind me in the ground. There's a bow.
It's
I
like,
also-
who left this here? Perfect.
I also still imagine you have a whole quiver on your back. I didn't drop that.
I do have the quiver still on me. Okay, so I'm gonna pick up the bow.
and I'm going to let you shoot into its mouth. That
Yeah.
would normally be a cold shot. That will just be a standard attack as his mouth is being ripped wide open.
Okay, so I'm gonna aim.
Yes.
Obviously. That's a fucking 11.
There we go.
That is 19 damage.
It is a shame that you didn't do 20 damage.
How many shots can I fire with this thing?
1.
One.
It-
What do you mean? It's a bow and arrow.
What are you saying?
Semi-auto bow.
I can hold more than one arrow.
What are you, like,
The rate of fire.
Here?
The rate of
Wait.
fire is 1.
Wait.
The rate of fire is 1.
It has a penetration of 1.
Yeah, you avoided all the armor.
Damn it.
Yeah, that's already factored in. Okay, well now it's going to reach down and try to eat you.
Okay, good.
Rolled a 97.
Fuck you. Arrow in the face.
You're up, Kevin.
No. No voices. Stop it. All right, so I'm definitely gonna do Unfettered again. This is gonna work. This is gonna work. God damn it. 34. It succeeds.
It's a 1.
It's a 3 damage with 3 pen.
It does not get through its toughness.
Oh God! Man.
Wilhelm, it's your turn, but now you have to attack something else because you've carved open its
Yeah,
face
you've
as much
ripped
as you
open.
could.
Yeah.
Well, now it's time for the heroic.
Original Joker plan?
Roll into its mouth?
I want to gouge its eye out.
Oh, okay.
That's a 12.
What the fuck?
I'm gonna be honest though. As much as he's succeeded every single time, I cannot imagine how bad this would have gone if you didn't.
I mean, I guess that probably works. It's 11.
The blow slices into the side of the target's head, causing his eyes to pop out and his brain to ooze down his cheek like spilled jelly. He's dead before he hits the ground.
Wow.
Do you pull a Legolas and, like, as the head hits, you just, like, sort of, like, pop up to then you're standing in front of it?
I'm not going to try that because it sounds like it needs a roll.
No, but there's a good tradition of after you beat the battle, you make bad rolls.
That is true. You know,
That's true. You've learned.
And you have killed the Diablodoon.
Yay! We did it all as a team. Together. Teamwork.
I guess we're supposed to, like, take some of its claw, its teeth, its scales, whatever we want as trophies, and we can go back to the city, and I guess we're part of the tribe now.
This is awesome. I guess while we skin it and collect all the trophies, Daniel, I'll shut you down for a little bit. I don't necessarily know if you need to see all of this.
Yeah, okay. No, that makes sense.
All right, turn you off.
Thanks for listening to this grim, dark tale. With the Diablodoon vanquished, will the locals finally accept these angels of the Imperium? And what dangers are truly gnawing at the edge of this society? Tune in next month to find out! The music you heard in this episode was made possible by Kevin MacLeod of Incomptech.com. For more details, check the show notes. Special thanks to Daniel Fernandez for inserting his soul into a Nephilim and helping these two as Game Master. And another big thank you to Michael Fernandez for joining the kill team as Wilhelm. I'll be chronicling new episodes of Dark Heresy every first and second Wednesday of the month. And if you want to get your wargaming fix, tune into Roll to Seas every final Wednesday. For fans of 40k Arena, we're taking a pause this month and looking to make some exciting announcements come January. As always, you can expect more Dark Heresy and 40k content. If you'd like to download more episodes or check out other similar podcasts, head over to partialarc.com. You can email these morons any questions at rolltoseas@gmail.com. Of course, you can follow us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and Tumblr, all at Partial Arc. Thanks for listening, and don't forget to leave a rating and review on iTunes. You could win a set of Diablodoon armor, and you don't even have to kill it. Goodbye.